Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new AFL 23 management career here today on the channel. We're going to be playing as Richmond, suggested by you guys in the comments. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Alright, let's go. So let me know in the comments now what series you would like me to replace eventually this with. We've already played as Brisbane, but there's still plenty of AFL teams to try on out. Here are the settings. Hardest difficulty, of course, 2.5 minute quarters. We are playing in a brand new version of the game. There's been countless updates over the past week, and from my play testing, I'd say the gameplay is probably at least 15% better, but there's still a lot to improve. Here are some of the players: Taranto, Baker, Revolt, Soldo here, Hopper, Toby Nankervis, just to name a few. Now we're going to go in here and negotiate with some contracts, because it's actually better. Like if you want a lot of these players for the next couple of seasons, you really got to sign them early, particularly if you don't rotate the team so much. So we're going to go through here now and give Jack a new contract. Same with Tarrant. And Morris Rioli Jr. And we've gone out given a bunch of contracts as we move to the first pre-season match. Here is the team. More than happy with keeping it as is, unless we need to rotate it slightly. Revolt, Rioli, Cumberland, Lynch, Bolton, Martin in the forward line, Nankervis, Vlosten at the back. Rioli, very solid list. And we haven't got any injuries yet. We're not in sort of Richmond's injury crisis. So if it does happen, we've actually got a pretty strong list, if I'm being honest. Our young players could be better, but there's a lot of promising prospects. All right, first match against the Crows. We can sim this one, and then we'll get stuck right into round one where we face Carlton. And they win by a measly 2 points there away in Adelaide Oval. So it was a close one in the end. All right, round one at the MCG. Richmond versus Carlton. The Tigers facing the Blues. Now, hopefully we haven't got any major injuries. Oh, no. So Cochin's out. That's kind of big. And Robbie Tarrant as well is not going to have his debut. So let's rotate some players in then. But I've still noticed that intercept mark, goal kicking is still incredibly overpowered. Injuries don't seem to occur unless you simulate like we did there. So we'll get the Blues to play in. Well, they probably could play in that darker kit, but I think this is going to be a bit of a kit clash. Like on the telly, if you're watching these two sides, you probably could play with the black and the navy blue, but for my eyes, I think it'll be a little bit easier for me. But here we go, massive opportunity. Can't wait to get stuck into this patch. At least the game doesn't crash after every single game now. But the AI does attack, but in my opinion, it still needs to be significantly harder, particularly on the harder difficulties. Also, just wanted to make a point about the contracts as well. So, as you would have seen in the Brisbane Lion career save, even though we won the premiership, we won the minor premiership, we have a winning team that's proven, it was actually better for us to sign players at the start of the season while everyone's morale is currently roughly high, compared to at the end of the season when we didn't pick players and their morale dropped significantly. So that's a little bit of a tip for you guys. If you're happy with players and you really want to keep them for a couple seasons and you want to tie them to really long contracts, I recommend getting those signed and sealed earlier, or otherwise you could potentially lose them. But here we go. Enough chit chat. Let's get stuck into round one where we face the Blues. Obviously, the main objective of this series is to try and win a flag with the Tigers, and I wouldn't mind going for the minor premiership as well. Carlton with the call. Richmond win the toss, and we're going to be going to the right of screen with Toby Nankervis, the man, the myth, the legend, the Tasmanian from North Launceston, my neck of the woods, wins the toss. They're about to get things underway. I want a nice, clean game. I want some high-octane, aggressive Tigers winning football. Here we go. The Tigers facing the Blues in round 1. A massive opportunity. Here we go. A team who's going to be wanting to break into that top 4 and is traditionally one of the top 4 sides in the AFL historically. And let's go. Pickett looking to track. Carlton going to the wing. Ralph Smith picks it up and bombs it long, only as far as Tom Lynch. Great intercept mark. He's going to go back and wait for the boys to flood forward. Puts it into the 50. Revolt picks it up, slaps it onto his left boot. Oh, and it's a brilliant hook shot there. And the Tigers start off the scoring for the first goal in this career series. And it's Jack Revolt as well. The man from Hobart puts his name on the score sheet. What a goal. What fantastic technical ability just to put it into the big hole in the forward 50. And Jack picked it up and gobbled it up. Look at it. Num, num, num. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Goes back to the ruck. Back to the bounce. Nankervis goes up. Loses the ruck contest. The Blues actually look alright in the midfield. Sarong finds a man. Baker can't quite get to it. What was with the side pass there? Baker looking to bring it out from the back. He's going to play on quickly. Bomb it forward. Only as far as Hopper. Good grab. I've been really quite impressed with Hopper this season in real life. I think he's been better than Tarrant. Grimes. There we go. Good grab. And now we're going to try and hit it quick again. Simpzy. Unfortunately, he's been admitted for the last couple of weeks. Haven't seen much of him of recent memory. And the Blues. So the AI does seem to spray the football around a little bit better. For example, they go to the wing a lot more. But if they can't seem to outmark me, it's going to be hard. Say, like, Morris Rowley Jr. there. Oh, I actually didn't get it. Oh, I thought we did. Yeah, from what I noticed, if you tend to time your intercept marks and you're pretty good at goal kicking, the new changes, you don't notice too much of a crazy difference. But so far, still pretty tight match. Oh, good mark, Cumberland. Going to need play it on quickly because we only got 30 seconds left. Not a good enough handball. Short's going to try and get it. He can't. Carlton look good in this match. It's very close. They're in the forward 50 now. And he's going to play on. And turns. Just offline. Carlton could have tied things up here at the G. Daniel Rioli. What a decent utility player he is. Playing more in the back line, though, over previous seasons. Go again. Rioli's coming up. Going to have to play it quick, though. 6 seconds remaining. Finds Dusty Martin with the slow lead. And he gets it. Here we go. Dusty Martin. Massive opportunity to get his first goal of the match. Wanting to get back in form. Dusty Martin goes bang! And it's a great goal. 2 goals the lead as we go into quarter time. And Richmond looks super up for this one. But the Blues haven't looked bad as well. We're going to be playing on full match highlights for at least the first episode here today. Because I want to show you guys the new updated gameplay and how it sort of performs. And as we sort of get into the thick of the season, we'll try and chop things up and make it more of a highlight series, if that's something you guys would want to see. But also as well, maybe I'm not the best control or case study for AFL 23. And what do I mean by that? Well, I played this game a lot. Same with AFL Evo 2. So I don't think I'm the best AFL 23 player by no margin, but I'm definitely not your average. So maybe people that play on the lower difficulties might notice a difference. But like, for example, I convert nearly 10 out of 10 shots. 9 out of 10 times, same with my intercept mark. So if they don't fix that, in my opinion, you're probably not going to notice too much of a gameplay difference. But Jack Revolt gets another for the Tigers, and we're 3 goals up. But I have noticed that the AI does actually be more aggressive. They're great with their handballs, but they just can't seem to mark properly in their forward 50. I just wish there was sliders so we could put up. Like, I can literally see the problem. I've probably got like, I don't know, 20 hours of gameplay, maybe more. Also, I do believe, I don't know if there's been any confirmation of this. Dusty whiffs that one there. But there is momentum in this game. Like, I've noticed that the more goals you score, the more forward 50s you get, the more points you get, regardless if it gets reset back to the midfield. Your players just play better. Like, I swear, it's like with FIFA. You eventually get the goal when you have momentum. That's the best way to describe it. The more shots on target, the more crossbars and posts you hit, you will eventually get a goal, rather than playing passive and allowing the team to dominate you. But 3 goals up here. Carlton need to switch on. Going in the midfield. Couple good kick-to-kicks there. Like, this is some good footy here from Carlton. But Ralph Smith picks it up and goes bang quickly to Morris Rioli Jr. Also, I think as well, like, handballing actually puts you at a bit of a disservice. You're actually better off to, like, just launch it forward if you can. Morris Rioli Jr., though. That's a really good kick. Finds Revolt in the goal square. Doesn't quite have the distance. Oh, no. They patched it. Usually that, kick on. Oh, no. I've stuffed up there. I got caught by my own hubris. So you do have to go back and take the set shot. I usually do it just to speed things up, the play on there. Alright, we go again. But once again, the intercept marks are incredibly overpowered. Morris Rioli Jr. tries to square it, finds Simpzy. And can he convert this one? For number 4 for the Tigers. Steps up, and we get it. Right down the big sticks. What a blinder from the young man. 4 goals in a row for the Tigers. And we're up and away. After a little bit of a throwing and a bit of a whiffing, we still managed to hit them on the rebound there. And we go back into the ruck. Toby goes up again this time. We actually lose the ruck contest again. Carlton clear the footy. Ralph Smith coming up. Hyper aggressive from that defensive line. And Prestia, Mr. Meatball, goes to ground. Ball up again. Okay, we actually win the ruck contest there. Simpzy picks it up after scoring the last goal. Gets chopped down, and the umpire has called an incorrect disposal. Good tackle there. And it's going to be half-time. The Tigers lead by 4 goals. Also, I do have a sneaky suspicion for whatever reason. I think that, for example, the quarter length, the difficulty, even if you, regardless of what you set it as, I think it's set to like normal. Because I swear we're not playing on 2.5 minute quarters. Because these games go for like 20 minutes. And for example, the difficulty doesn't even seem like the hardest. Like, I don't know. Are you guys experiencing this still? Still should be a lot harder. There's a lot of balancing needed, in my opinion. Also same with the wind as well to some extent. Okay, so I don't think Dusty could have made the distance there, so we're probably better off having a crack with someone like Jack as Revolt, Mr. Tasmanian, to make it 5 for the Tigers. Unfortunately, there takes a slight offline deviation to the right. It's going to be a point as Carlton try to bring it out from the back. The Blues, shell-shocked, looking blue in the face as Pickett wins the intercept mark. Plays it on quickly. Oh, off a step. Goes for goal. Pickett scores an absolute bomb from the forward 50 out of nowhere. How was no one in the goal square? Pickett goes bang, and it's an absolute cracker. Drop punt as well. Didn't even hit the top. That's 5 in a row for the Tigers. Carlton look good in the midfield, but they just can't capitalise on anything. We get chopped down there. Like, there's no point of going sideways if you can't convert. Grimes gobbles up the footy. Prestia pushes off the mark. Goes quickly. Tries to find a target. Martin's in there. Great to see. Never known Dusty Martin to be a crazy intercept mark, but he is. And he seems to be clinical with the drop punt for number 6. Oh, I think that's going to sneak on in. And it has. The goal umpire's given us the 2 fingers. Absolute total football here. And like I said, things looked a little bit close in that first half against Carlton, but now that we're starting to bag a couple goals here and there, things are really turning in our favour. But look, I have hope. I'm still having fun with this game. But it will be competitive. It will be better. It's just only a matter of time, of course. Will it be weeks? Will it be months? Who knows? But this is mostly just the offline mode. I'll be curious to see how Pro Team is. I've had a couple online games here and there, but I don't really know if you can make much content on it. Playing one single matches. But maybe I should do some online content potentially. Let me know. Grimes with the grab. To Hopper. Like, I don't know if we should technically win those intercept marks. Also, I don't think even with the gameplay differences, if you were to play with the lowest team in the comp, North Melbourne, or maybe even the Hawthorn, because there's only a 3-4 overall difference between the top teams, like your Geelongs and your Brisbanes, you're still going to over-intercept and you're still going to convert goals crazy as well. Alright. 38-point lead. Lead. As we go into the fourth quarter now. Carlton. Goalless. Ralph Smith comes up. Rioli picks it and gets chopped down with an incorrect disposal, unfortunately. The Blues still trying to look for their first. But, like, why are you going sideways like that? Oh, good mark. Are you going to go back and take the shot, or are you going to play on? Okay. So, I'm assuming this is probably one of the Kernos. Carlton. Fourth quarter. Can they get there first? And they can. So, first clean mark in their forward 50. They get it. And Charlie Kerno gets the goal. Still probably a little bit too far for Carlton to come back in this one. But so far, super enjoying this Richmond side. The defence and the halfbacks are like wicked, actually. Same with Brisbane. They have a lot of good players in that halfback role. Haven't seen too much of the midfield. Haven't seen Bolton, though. He really needs to step up in this match. Haven't seen much of Lynch either. It's really been the Dusty Martin and Jack Revolt show. Hopper, seen a fair bit of him. Finds Lynch. Speaking of the devil, handball's off, not 15. Cumberland gets dropped as well, unfortunately, like a sack of spuds. Carlton trying to bring it out. Dusty Martin grabs it. Dusty is going to go back and try and slot this one. Can we go around the body? Like go with the trademark shot? Go on. Oh, that was terrible, actually. How was Morris Rioli Jr. got to that one? A lot of quality goal kickers in this side. But I feel like goal kicking is just way too easy in this game. Way too easy. Basically, if you mark it within 30 yards, you're going to score. I guess it's maybe real. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's not realistic. Goal kicking, particularly in the AFL, has been a little bit wayward over recent years. The art of goal kicking has been lost. If you talk to a lot of boomers I know. Alright. Prestia, Pickett. Richmond go forward. Revolt, come on, grab it. Nice. Like a player like Jack Revolt, like he should score nearly 9 times out of 10. The dude is an absolute set shot legend as he gets another for the Tigers. That's number 8 for Richmond. And we've absolutely dominated the Blues here today. 7 goals is the lead. Toby loses the ruck contest. Decent handball. They're trying to go forward. Rouse Smith out of position. Carlton bomb it to the wing. Trying to get it in quickly. It's going to be a dropped ball. Rouse Smith handballs it, but it somehow goes all the way off a ricochet to a boundary throw-in. Nankervis back in the ruck. Interesting block. Simpzy can't get it out. A couple handballs there. Some good-looking football there by Richmond. Like to see. Dusty Martin go up and grab it. 5 seconds remaining. I don't reckon we're going to have enough time for a mark. So the siren's going to go. And we're going to have to go for a torp. Dusty, can he make the distance? Steps up. Hits it. And I can't see. I can't see what happened. It's better as a point. I wanted to see him hit a torp on the siren. But that's it. The Tigers start off this career series with a massive victory against the Blues. What a statement here in Tigerland. And here is the club song. Great to see the boys off the trot with their first win. Hopefully it's the sign of things to come. Total football by the Richmond Footy Club in this one. And Pickett is going to grab the camera and celebrate this one. Okay, loading file. Yes, so no game crash, thankfully. 7 goals. Pretty tight in the first, but we just sort of ran away with it a little bit. So, Revolt with 3. Simpzy, Rioli. I think the stats are still bugged, though, because Dusty Martin got a couple in that match. And it was Charlie Kerner, not Ed, to get the goal, ultimately. Alright, well, luckily we didn't play that match against the Crows, because we have a round 2 fixture against them at Adelaide Oval. Interesting. Okay, so after that match, bringing in Pickett and who did we bring in? Simpzy. So I'm trying to think, who do we bring in for Pickett now? Do we bring in Taranto? Maybe. Pickett did alright though. Kicked an absolute bomb. Tim Taranto, 25. And then we also want Cochin back where we can. Should I change Martin for Rioli? Just on the sides, I think. And then we'll try and bring Cochin back when we can. Alright, 2.5 minute quarters, hardest difficulty. We're going away to Adelaide. This is not for gather round, of course, facing the Crows. Now, I think we'll go with the banana bright kit. I actually like this kit. Let me know in the comments. Do you like Richmond's inverted yellow submarine kit? I actually don't mind it, to be honest. I like it. I like it a lot. Nice and bright, but let's get stuck into the Crows. A team that is just a weird team. I think you never know with them. Sometimes they can have a decent season, but they sort of tend to throw towards the tail end. I'm not the biggest Crow fan. I actually don't like the colours. I can't stand it, and I don't know if the Crows. Do you like birds? I just don't think the Adelaide Crows are very likeable. Like if I lived in Adelaide, I'd probably go for Port. Even though I don't really like the unofficial Port Adelaide Magpies either. I don't know. I just don't like South Australia. Oh my god, they're just alienated. South Australia, never been. Don't judge me harshly. But here we go. Match against the Crows. I do quite like Adelaide Oval though. I think that's kind of sick. And here we go. Crows look good. They hear the smack talking. And they go forward. Grimes with the intercept mark. Bangs it into the midfield. Simpzy comes up to collect. What a grab. And Richmond playing some hot, quick footy. Lynch comes up. Sees the run of Morris Rioli Jr. Finds him in the pocket. Yeah, it wasn't quite the pocket. It was a little bit closer up. He's on an angle here, though. He might be able to slot this one. Morris Rioli Jr., you beauty. What a goal from the youngster. He's definitely like Richmond's best young player at the moment by a huge, huge margin. This guy's wicked, both in this game and in real life. I just love seeing him play football. Like, you've got your Cumberlands and your Rouse. Like, they're like Richmond are like, I don't know. The thing is, Richmond in real life, I feel like, although they've got a lot of aging players, they need to rotate them out. Like, honestly, in this career series and in real life, if an offer came in from Sydney to get Dusty off that £1 million contract, I reckon most Richmond fans would be like, look, you know what? Thank you for your service. You're a legend at this footy club, but I don't know what's going on with Dusty in real life. Let me know in the comments. Like, you keep Jack, but there's, I don't know. Robbie Tarrant, Taranto. I think Hopper out of all of them looked the best. Your Lynches and your Revolts are amazing, but Tom Lynch gets injured. He's all suspended. I just feel like they... Same with Toby as well. Like, I nearly think you've got your aging players. Do you try and cash in on it and get better quality draft picks? I feel like they haven't got an amazing young crop again, like really high-rated, high-level draft picks, just to like go for another rotation. They're in a really big rebuilding phase in real life, I reckon, over the next 5-6 years, and they're even going to struggle even more getting those young players in, particularly with the Tassie side coming soon. How did they miss that, the Crows? Then there's all this rumour about making the side even, as in the AFL, they want an even number of teams, which is interesting. So I was thinking, oh, okay, they're going to make another AFL team after Tassie. And then there's people spitballing like, what do you guys reckon as well? Who do you reckon should get the next licence? Should it be the Northern Territory? Canberra? Adelaide? New Perth team? Some people have even been spitballing a New Zealand team. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a third Perth team, though, to be honest. Or another Adelaide team, potentially. I think the Northern Territory should have one. But then I saw that the quote was, we want an even number of teams. Well, that necessarily, good mark by Rioli there, could mean that a team gets dissolved. Which is kind of crazy. I don't know if they're talking about Gold Coast or North Melbourne. Probably not North Melbourne. But, like, yeah, if a team had to go, which one should get dissolved or merged? I'd be curious. And that would help with getting players for this Tassie team. I am Tasmanian after all, if some of you may or may not know. Alright, we lead the Crows by 3 goals here. And I feel like the Blues have probably played better than the Crows this time around. Also, I think they're going to shorten lists around. So I think they're going to drop it by 2, so that will allow the pool. But I reckon allow Tasmanians to get the top draft picks over a couple of years. But I also think as well that if any Tasmanian currently playing, by the time the team comes, wants to play for Tassie, they should be allowed to. Whether or not the AFL extends contracts or pays off contracts here and there, the Crows get one back here. Still pretty close this match. Not paying attention, talking about Tassie. But yeah, that's my opinion. Because, like, look, if the next top draft pick comes out of, Sydney, Melbourne, is he going to come down to Tassie and play in Hobart? Like, this is even a Tasmanian saying it as well. It's going to be tough. Because then they're probably going to want to move in the next couple of years anyway. Because there's a massive motivation. I reckon if you'd ask any Tasmanian, like 9 out of 10 of them would want to come back and play in Tassie. Unless they've been into Melbourne too long and they've got the mind rot. I don't know. But anyway, Jack with the goal there. 3-goal lead here against the Crows. Nice little flick on. But let's switch on. We want to try and get that percentage up nice and high. So far we seem to have a little bit of jostle for position. A little bit tight in the first and second quarter. And then it opens up in the third and fourth. Good tackle. Good grab. Lynch looking to bring it in quick. Oh, can't get it up and over. Good tap on, though, to Nankervis. But also, a lot of the players that they're touting now, a lot of the Tasmanians will be retired at the point. Your Ben Browns, your Pearces, your Nankervises. There's a couple younger ones, but a lot of them aren't going to be there. We sort of missed that huge Tassie crop that was born in the late 80s, mid-90s. Great goal there. Martin makes it 4-goal lead as we go into half-time. But so far, Dusty Martin is becoming a set shot specialist in this series. Unfortunately, we lose the ruck contest. Good pick up, Swansea. Martin again, though. Does he have the distance? Oh, cheeky. Cheeky little chip over the top to Revolt with 40 seconds remaining before half-time for number 6 for the Tigers. He extends it to 5. And with a match at the MCG, ends in a victory. If we keep this up, we might be able to claim another win on the road. 36-7. 1-1. 6-0. Oh, hang on. We might get another one here. Flood, forward. Quick, go. Flood. It's going to be a bouncing ball. 17 seconds remaining. Interesting handball over the top. The Crows trying to get it out. Only as far as Martin. Releases the footy somehow. 10 seconds remaining. Not 15. Play on. Revolt. No. Come on. Someone. Get it. Go. Ah. We're not going to have time. That's all right. All right. Half time. Go in there. Get your bananas in you. Get your oranges. Your Gatorades. Your Powerades. Not Prime, because it's not a good hydration drink. It's coconut piss water, in my opinion. All right, let's go again. Doesn't have enough electrolytes to actually help you in a workout. But we go again. It's just expensive cordial. Hopper. Oh, hang on. Is that going to bounce? Oh, you should have let it go. That would have been a glorious goal. And Rioli slotted one from here earlier in the match. I'd probably back him to kick this one. But so far, I would say Dusty, Morris, and Revolt have been our best goal kickers. Cumberland, Lynch, quite frankly, where have you guys been? Might need to drop them or rotate them out, potentially. Interesting handball back. The Crows looking for their second. Rioli. Brilliant intercept mark. Yeah, it's just a little bit too overpowered, eh? Interesting ball in. Also, I feel like as well the AI isn't like quick enough. You know what I mean? It's not like go, 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 go. You got to play quick football. I wonder though if it would make a difference playing with longer quarters. Would the AI be better? I don't think so. Maybe if your players get more exhausted, it might open up a bit, potentially. Rioli now, looking to sink another. Cool, calm and collected at the Adelaide Oval. Of course he does. Wow, it looks like it's going to be a goal-scoring race for the Coleman between Jack and Rioli Jr. Let me know in the comments who do you think it's going to be. But so far, really enjoying this Richmond list. The thing is with this game, it doesn't really matter the age of players and their overall rating. Like that much. So, I feel like a lot of these players are going to be able to extend their career, 2-3 seasons ahead. Like, I don't think I really noticed that much of a difference between a 90 rated player and an 85. Even an 82. It's really got to do with just the sort of underlying ability stats-wise. Not like the general overall doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? Oh. I've whiffed that one there, though. Slightly far out. Oh my god. Like, what is this? Like, what are they doing? They're just gifting us a goal there. I feel like they've gotten worse as they've gone on in this match, the Crows. Like, they've just allowed Dusty to chip that one in. Dusty's playing and dominating, scoring goals like this is 2018. 2019. Cumberland can't quite get it out. As we go into 3-quarter time. Massive lead still. But hey, you never know. Maybe Carlton and Adelaide are going to be both teams that are not going to make the 8 this season. And we haven't even sort of played against or found the teams that are going to be making finals, pushing for those prelim spots. Toby back in the ruck, though. And we haven't had any injury crises yet, so maybe we need to sim some matches as well to replicate that level of realism. Alright, Toby with the grab. Nankervis. Oh, actually got blocked there. So come on, Crows, capitalise on this. Go on. It's terrible. Chipping it around. Good mark. Now go back and kick this one. Don't play on. Or maybe you do if you hit it. Did they miss? No, they got the goal. Okay. Crows get one back. But it's just a little bit too late to really matter or count. At this point, it's going to be no more than a consolation goal. As the Tigers lead by 7 away. Like, at least the AI is like going for it a bit. What a pickup by Ralph Smith, though, by the way. It's going to be hard to drop him for anyone else. We do have a couple potential players, though. We've got Broad there still. Oh, Tom Lynch. Oh, plays on and goes bang. That's number 10. We've also got to deal with Castagna as well. Because obviously he announced his retirement in real life. But still on the books in this game. Maybe it's technically an older list slightly. Taranto can't release the footy. Yeah, if the Crows, like, the thing is, yeah, if they just fix the intercept mark, man. Like, that's ridiculous. How is Bolton going back with the flight and grabbing that? Like, I feel like if you didn't win, if it was a 50-50 you win the intercept mark, they would probably, and they'd be more accurate in goal. The AR would be, like, better. Well, Martin goes bang there, though. Like, Richmond are a good enough team to make the 8. Barely. In real life. Maybe so in the game. Like, we shouldn't be running away 9 goals against the Crows. I don't know. Go on. Oh, okay. Yep. Go on, Adelaide. Have a crack at it. Yep, now go and take the set shot. You're pretty far out, but that's what I'd nearly do. Like, up the set shot rate. Baker with the grab. You know, the smallest player on the entire pitch. Oh. Taking the intercept mark. I've stuffed up there, though. I feel like they only seem to score if I accidentally make a mistake. I ran on too far there. As the Crows. Oh, they missed it. Oh, no, it's come back. It's come back. I was going to say they've missed after all that. But they get the goal. Still a little bit too late. 67-19 with 20 seconds remaining. The Crows looking for another. Terrible handball in the end. Just trying to get it out quickly. Decent handball from the Tigers. Out on the wing. Hopper. Drops the footy. Nearly disposed into correctly into Revolt. No, but that's it. 3-1-19 to 11-1-67. The Tigers on the road, away in Adelaide, pick up the points. Great effort from the Tigers. But still, a lot to improve on with this game, in my opinion. But we're going to hear the song again, once more, as the Tigers, if they continue this run of form on, you're going to be able to stake a claim to finals this season. Look at that. A little bit tight in the first, and then zhunk, the Worm really took a nosedive in the third and fourth quarter. Rioli with 4, Revolt with 3, and Martin. As we move on to the next match coming up in round 3, where we face the Collingwood Football Club. Moving on now to round 3, where we go to the MCG. We face Collingwood. This is their home fixture. We're currently top of the ladder. North Melbourne in second, Port Adelaide third, Swans fourth, the Cats in fifth, St Kilda sixth, the Saints in 7th, and Essendon in 8th. Carlton, West Coast, and the Suns at the bottom of the ladder, but it's still incredibly early days yet. So let's continue on, and let's have a look at the team. Vlosten, Bolter, Baker, Ralph Smith, Grimes, Rioli. Really quite happy with that back line. Short Hopper, Taranto, Sonzi, Prestia, Nankervis, Bolton, Lynch, Cumberland, Martin, Revolt, and Rioli. So far, just mixing Rioli and Martin seems to have worked all right. Thankfully, we're not in an injury crisis. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with Castagna. We'll probably try and move him out because he has retired in real life. And I guess we just swap him in for Tarrant again. And overall, I'm quite happy with that. Broad, we could maybe bring back in for Ralph Smith, actually, to be fair. So maybe we do that. But Ralph Smith is quite young, so... where is Cochin? So Cochin's back as well from his short injury. So let's bring in him for Taranto. And it's because Sonzi's injured in real life. So normally they would play Taranto. I think I'm happy with that. All right, so let's continue on. Collingwood have lost 2 on the trot. 2.5 minute halves as always. Hardest difficulty. And let's have a look at the uniforms just yet. So a little bit of a slight kit clash. Is that enough of a difference? I don't know. Because normally I think they just... I'm trying to think. Like normally Collingwood would play in that and then they would just play in the away. It's just sometimes a little bit... It's easier to see on the telly compared to it is in this game. So I think we'll just go with the clash for now. Just to make it nice, bright and easier for me to see. All right, let's get stuck in and start this match. Obviously beating the Crows and Carlton. Defeating Collingwood, a team that is wanting to make that top 4. And of course, probably considered a top 4 side historically, same with us. So a massive opportunity here for the Richmond Footy Club to take a huge scalp. And they're going to probably want to try and make a prelim and a final as well. So massive opportunity here to continue on with our really good form as the Collingwood Football Club takes on the Richmond Football Club. The Tigers facing the Pies. It's going to be a good one here at the MCG. Toby winning 2 coin tosses already. Let's call it. And will he win another? Collingwood. They're going to go to the right of screen. That's okay with me. Alright, here we go. I want to get this match started off right. Nankervis goes up. Unfortunately loses the ruck contest. Hopper. Ball goes to ground. Still all to play for. Richmond get the ball off quickly. It's Revolt with the lead. And can go back now and have a set shots. Yeah, just intercept marks are just so overpowered in this game. And to be fair, set shots as well. I don't even think playing with an easier team there'd be much of a difference, because like, if the teams were like lowly rated, yeah, but they really probably do need to patch that. But as Jack Revolt starts off the scoring with a really special goal. Okay, midfield battle one again. Nice little handball out. Chips it to... Rioli couldn't get to it. The Pies, first opportunity here. It's going into our D50. Oh my god, what a handball. Tackled in the end. Somehow releases it. Collingwood get it into Bolter. 2-on-1. Takes the intercept mark. So, I definitely see a massive difference with the various patches over the last week. The AI does seem way more aggressive and better going forward and stuff, but it's just like they can't seem to not win intercept marks. Like, maybe it's me and my perfect timing every single time, but like I very rarely do not take the mark, as Dusty Martin there grabs it and is going to go back and try and slot his first of the match to get Richmond 2 goals up. And he does. A little bit windy here at the G in this night fixture. Goes to the right, playing with the red ball. I wonder if they'll patch that and give it a proper yellow ball. But veered at the end. Set shots, they probably need a nerf as well. It's just a shame that the hardest difficulty on this game is still way too incredibly easy. Because the thing is, well, if Collingwood could probably, like, not lose every single intercept mark, and whenever I go forward, they guarantee, like, lose a goal, it'd be a lot different. Morris Rioli here, another good grab, and we'll go back to try and slot this one as well. To make it 3 for the Tigers. Cool, calm and collected. Morris Rioli Jr. has probably been the most clinical player at the footy club at the moment. Great goal there from him, and is staking a claim to be potentially Richmond's top goal scorer this season, and maybe even the Coleman winner. 3 goals up, and Nankervis loses this ruck contest, but somehow we still manage to go forward because of it. It's a floating ball in. I don't think Rioli can get there. He does in the end. Somehow gets rid of the footy. Going to follow it up. Collingwood try and rebound back into the midfield. And it's going to be an intercept mark once again, this time by Nankervis. He's going to... Oh, wow. It went straight into the Collingwood player there, actually. Cochin comes back in from his injury. Great to see him back on a brand new contract. Nankervis now releases the footy only as far as Martin. Also, I think playing incredibly aggressive. Just trying to flood the footy forward. Taking it slow and methodical doesn't really seem to work in this game. As Richmond go 4 goals up. Collingwood shell-shocked as the Tigers are running away with it a little bit in this one. Back to the centre square. Toby has... I haven't even won any of these ruck contests with Toby. And Richmond lead going into quarter time. 4 goals up. Let's continue on. Game plan fine. Because I play the majority of my matches as well, we don't have any injuries hardly. So we don't need to rotate the side slightly. Yeah. I don't know. As a career, I'm pretty as a career mode, I'm pretty conflicted with this game. Like, what's the point of rotating youngsters and players when the older ones barely even drop down in ratings? They can play on for years. Like, we signed Cochin to a 3-year deal. Like, that's kind of absurd. I don't think Dusty's got the distance here, so we'll try and just go with the Torp. Also, from what I've experienced in the Brisbane career save at the trade period, you don't even have the opportunity to go to a different club in the same save, which is disappointing because I would have liked to accept potentially a job at a different club, and it doesn't seem like you get actually negotiations for players. Like, for example, what was if Fremantle came in for Lachie Neale? He's aging, his contract's nearly coming to an end, or maybe they could even try and match it. It would have added a little bit of drama, like, do we allow Lachie Neale to go? But not having any active trade offers, I don't know if I'm necessarily the biggest fan of. And at the moment, we're running away with it a bit. 5 goals up, second quarter. Collingwood haven't looked convincingly. So, like, when you're sort of blowing away the competition like this, do you try and let Collingwood score? Because, like, they should be better than this. Oh, it's a terrible handball. I don't know. Like, the AO does score goals from time to time, but, well, I didn't mark that one there. Recovery of the footies is so much easier. Come on. Oh, here we go. Collingwood have an opportunity. Now, will they lose this intercept mark? That's the thing. Yeah, they're just not going to because I've timed it perfectly. They definitely need to add some sort of slider feature. So even with that, because we... like, so Collingwood had a really good piece of play there. Oh, I've stuffed up there. But the only reason they got it into their forward 50 and didn't capitalise on it is because they lost the intercept mark to me. Alright. Lynch now comes up. Looking for number 6. Dusty's here. Might not make the distance off on this one. I've got to be quick though because we've only got 12 seconds left. Morris Rioli Jr. is going to go and bag another. And this will be number 6 for the Richmond Footy Club. Boom chakalaka. A magnificent goal from a magnificent man. So looks like we're going to go 3 on the bounce. So maybe I do need to simulate some matches here and there just to add some jeopardy. Because even with injuries turned on, it doesn't really seem like it's working. I have a sneaky suspicion, although you're adding 2.5 minute quarters, I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure I'm averaging like 20 minutes a match, looking at the recording. So I have a sneaky suspicion, with injuries turned on, the difficulty on the highest, and the average minute quarters, I think it's all just set on medium, even if you change it. That's my suspicion. But also, I have read the comments, I'll maybe try different difficulties. I've actually tried it. It's actually worse. Like, this is probably as hard as it gets. Bolton coming in. Haven't seen much of him in this career series, but that's alright. Rioli coming up here. Yeah, look at that. Like, he shouldn't have won that mark, but he did. And Martin here now. Oh, nice. I wanted to take a snapshot with Martin. We haven't been on an angle for it. Do his trademark special. Around the body. Oh my god, that was a whiff, that was. Even though the stuff up, we somehow find Tom Lynch. And we'll put his name on the score sheet for this match against Collingwood. Whoa, I actually... wait, what? Oh, come on, that was nearly a 50-metre penalty. Also, that's another thing as well. Haven't actually conceded a 50-metre penalty. Like, what is that? He had an opportunity for the set shot and stuffed it up. So, still haven't lost a match on this game. There was a stage where I went on a spree of... there we go. I'm not even bringing that from the back. Now, because he didn't go for goal there, we stuffed that up and we still managed to go forward. Because he didn't go for goal and went for the mark, it actually wasn't in his favour. Yeah, it's just way too easy still. Alright. This could be number 7 now. Collingwood have looked toothless going forward. And Richmond are staking a massive claim to the top 8. And hopefully finals in September. Lose another ruck contest. Collingwood look alright here. They get it in. Ooh. Now, go back and have a shot at this. Alright, here we go. So, I actually got beaten there, fair and square. Collingwood set up for their first goal, potentially. And it is not going to make the distance. They are going to get a point, after all. And we're going to try and bring it out from the back. Yeah, playing quickly on and just blasting it seems to be the play. But I can't wait for Pro Team. Can't wait for some more online features as well. And Prestia, Meatball's not going to be able to find a target. As we go into 3/4 time now. Oh no, is this the 4th quarter? Yes, it is. Bear with me. Lost count. But Richmond leads 7 points up. And look set for a victory against the Pies here today. Ball up in the midfield again. Nice. Prestia. Oh, incorrect disposal. Got chopped down. Trying to surge into our forward 50. Collingwood go out to the wing. Also, I haven't really found much benefit going out to the wing, to be fair. Rioli. Super strong. Keeps on going. Oh, incorrect. Wait, it's advantage, I would probably say. The ref didn't pick up on it. Sonzi trying to get to this one. Collingwood look good here. Are they going to be able to get the mark? No. Broad drops back and gets the grab. Richmond trying to bring it out from their D50. Finds Nankervis in the midfield. Might try and handball it up and over the top here to Cochin. I actually nearly think that handballing just puts you at a massive disservice in this game. You're nearly just better off just to belt it, because you're so accurate with it. Lynch picks up the ball. Goes back into 50s. Is this Bolton? Oh, nice. Shea Bolton. Haven't scored with him in this career series yet. I would have palmed it off a little bit earlier, but we'll let him take it. And it's a nice, clean shot. The dude's an absolute gun. What a goal. Outstanding from Bolton. Cool, calm, and collected. Puts his laces through it as well. Good stuff. Dominating. Getting dominated in the ruck contest. Their midfield just looks disjointed. And they're going to the wing here. I don't know why they would. Oh, that's actually a good mark for Collingwood. Looking a little bit better, but this is better than, obviously, before. Back. I don't know why Vloston got that. Is it Vloston or Vlostone? Do you drop it? I don't know. I've always said Vloston, but then I hear people on the commentary say it differently. Martin might not have the distance here, so we'll try and... Oh, I actually didn't think that was 15. I nearly played on. Rioli should be able to slot this one. And Richmond, with probably the last goal of the match, lead by a whopping 9 goals. Morris Rioli Jr. probably being one of the more high-quality players going forward. Nice. Can we get another one here? Prestia, Meatball, finds Revolt to the Tasmanian. And has another set shot. We're going to get one more for number 10. Jack Revolt getting up and over the footy. I might have put a little bit too much on this one. But we'll see how we go. It veers, but it's okay because he's close enough. And it's a sensational goal by Jack Revolt. As Richmond win by 10 goals. Jack Ginnivan, furious with the performance of his club. Now let's get back into the changing rooms and sing the club song. But at least the save file doesn't corrupt at that point anymore. Alright, let's have a look at the stats. So, yeah, contested possessions 48. It's like we constantly just beat them on the intercept. Yeah, there's no intercepting marks. We had 8. Alright, let's have a look at the best on ground. For Collingwood, Sidebottom has 6. Tom Mitchell with 6. I still can't get used to him in a Collingwood kit. It took me ages to get him used to in a Hawthorn kit, the Sydney boy. But yeah, interesting. Rioli up there. Goal kickers: Jack kicked 4, Baker with 2, so Martin with 2, and they were the leading goal kickers. But also Morris Rioli kicked a couple there, so I think even the stats are a little bit deceiving as well. So, unfortunately, on that note, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And, yeah, stay tuned for episode 2 coming out tomorrow of this Richmond career series. If you want to see more from me, check out the videos on screen. Thank you so much for watching. My name has been Simpzy. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers.